We made new recordings of Hasidic music in particular. When we began to look around for, well, he had done Chagi and Kusavitsky and all the big names. Some of them were still alive, which was nice. Then we began to think maybe we could make a live record. So we looked into that. There were no records of Hasidic music at that time. And we lived on, as I told you, on Crown Street, up the street from Benzion Schenker, and also the Rosh Yeshiva of the Lubavitcher Yeshiva. It was becoming a very religious neighborhood. And Schenker still has, I guess, a beautiful voice, and even composed some nigunim himself. And we began to go to the Majlis Shtibel on Shabbos and so on. And their music was really wonderful, so we approached them and said, let's make a record of your music. And the Rebbe gave Benzion permission to record their music. So we got a group of guys together, they rehearsed, and we made this recording. And when it came out, and these other groups, particularly Lubavitch, which pride themselves on their music, began to think, why don't we make a record? And we got together a choir of Hasidim who knew the music, and they would come and rehearse in each other's homes in the dining room. Being a woman, I wasn't allowed to sit in the same room with them, but I used to sit, in the kitchen maybe while they were singing in the dining room and listen and make notes and send an emissary in to tell them what I wanted them to do. And our choir director was a young man named Velvel Pasternak. You must know him. He was very big in this Yiddish music field later on, but he was just beginning then. And finally one day Velvel said, look, we have to have Helen in here. She can't be in the kitchen. So they finally let me come into the room where they were singing. I guess my presence wasn't polluting them anymore, I don't know. But I started helping them produce their voices correctly. I said, sit up straight. You're not davening like this. Sit up straight, open your mouth, And finally, one day I was in the kitchen, and Moshe, what was his name? Talashevsky. Moshe came into the kitchen and said, how did I sound today? Did you like my voice? I did what you told me. I sat up straight and I opened my mouth. And I said, you were wonderful, Moshe. Well, finally we got to the point where we thought we were ready to make a record. And we had planned a program, and they were anxious to sort of do it in front of people. So one night they got a date somewhere, maybe in Lakewood, to sing. And the whole choir, with 10 guys, I think it was, piled into the station wagon. And being a woman, I had a seat to myself in the front next to the driver, and all the others were jammed into the back of this big station wagon. And I think it was Benzion who said, hey, be careful, you're sitting on 10 rabbis.